Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Can I switch it back? Yeah, no. Oh, God. Uh-oh. All right, y'all. Same thing as always and stuff. Give you a few minutes to get up in here. As you come in and stuff, man, give me a check on my audio. What's good, Rooster? Nothing, man. Ain't nothing. Nothing, man. Shoot. I'm just okay. Audio good. All right. So, just like the title implies and stuff. All right, Mr. G88. All right, my man, right there and stuff, man. You early today? Okay. Early, we ain't got to turn you around and stuff like that. So, uh, man, I guess everybody's done seen the footage and stuff from. Hey, listen, I'm gonna keep it like this, unless it. Let's see, run under my own authority. Okay, that's good. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Hey, listen, I gotta hold up. Let's see if I can set it right here. Okay, all right, it worked right there. Okay, all right. Yeah, so fam, I guess everybody seen that video. That video is what's his name, Hector. You know, give a shout out to chasing Andrew Jackson. Post that video up and stuff, man. You know what? But I'm gonna tell you something, man. these lives and stuff, I can't. Some of these lives and stuff, I can't, man. I'm like with you know, you guys in the comments and stuff. Well, I'll tell you, y'all the champions, man. Y'all the MVP. Cause, bro, when I see them comments, man, I mean, boy, they were just the internet is undefeated, man. But if you haven't seen it, check it out on Chasing Andrews channel and stuff. But man, that display was sad. That display was sad and pathetic. That's sad and pathetic. But you know, that's what happens when you get comfortable. You know, guys. You know, to see that dude, to see that guy, man, try to explain this situation, and it didn't help him out in it. Hold on, let me clean this camera up a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, you know. Hey, let's see. What you got? Let's see. Just bought a 2017 Cascadia, man, with 450. Went through the credit union at 4%. I brought it from Truck Select Massachusetts. They had a promotion going on. They actually gave me $5,000 to put towards. Come on. Towards the 2-year warranty. Okay, so you did. All right, so you got the truck. Okay. All right, cool. So you know what to do next then, right? They put $5,000 towards the warranty and stuff like that. All right, cool. So, but man, that display, since I'm in the process of getting with Landstar, not yet, not yet, and we don't use that word. We don't use that word and stuff, man. That's something that we don't use. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that, but we don't use that word and stuff ever. You know, so but bruh, it made me think back in the day and stuff, right? Same situation. Like I said, I was with national carriers. I was with national carriers for 2.5 years, I'm trying to rationalize why I'm still in this lease program in a truck I'm never gonna own. Putting all this time, energy, and resource into it, Kai. You know, all his stuff was current. But then the only thing they could tell him was, okay, we can't forcefully remove you out the truck, but you can't drive it either. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, you at a stalemate. You know, you at a stalemate. It ain't no going to court. It ain't no going to courts and stuff. You know, the contract, they can sit there, they can threaten to go to court and stuff, but you know, if you know, court costs money. Courts cost money. It costs time and money. And they not about to waste their time going in there and stuff with somebody that ain't got no money. Cause if you had money, then your situation would be different. You wouldn't be sitting in there in some lease program and stuff talking about, I put $144,000 a year into that truck. What you should have been doing was like what the people would, you know, I'm pretty sure Hector had some people around him. Cause he even admitted himself that that one guy was saying it was a scam, you know, and he probably sitting there shaking his head like, yeah, I know it's a scam, but they ain't gonna get me though. They ain't gonna get me. And Hector had to find out the hard way and stuff. You sitting there, you driving that Peterbilt, and stuff, man, and you know, the truck all nice and it's all hooked up. You done took your little money and everything and went to the chrome shop and got the truck washed and the wheels and stuff polished, all that good stuff there and everything. You know, you thinking, okay, yeah, I'm just, you know, I got 1 year down, I got 2 years down, 3 years down, 1 more year to go. And they pulled the rug from right on your feet. And all it took was 30 days. All it took was 30 days and stuff. See, a bank, you got to mess up, what, about 3 months? They give you about 3 months and stuff. And even then, they saying, well, you know, looking at the overall situation, like, man, look, this truck gonna cost more money to get it repoed. Can you do something? Can you put something on it? You know, that's what my bank did. That's what my bank did and stuff, man. Like, you know, they ain't want that truck back. But, you know, that's what I'm saying for now on, man. When I say don't be a Hector, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Cause that right there, that was, you know, that's what happens when you get comfortable. When you sit there and say, all right, you know, the dude I'm working for ain't that bad. You know, he gonna sell me the truck and all that other stuff there. If you like the truck that much, hey, keep on working for the dude. Ain't no problem with that. But what you need to be doing is moving towards the next step and saying, all right, let me save up my money and see if I can talk to some kind of bank or some credit union or something. You know, I need to be talking to somebody to move this title away from this dude here and get it in my name. Because the bank ain't gonna come and snatch that truck. They don't want that truck because they ain't got nowhere to put it. All they want is the money. That's it. You know, you buying a truck and trailer from a company that sit there and have control over what you do. You know, he should have been smart. He should have been smart. You've been off for 30 days and stuff like that, and they giving you a load from Salt Lake City to Virginia. You already know when you in the hole, you ain't come. They not gonna sit there and offer you the best loads. It probably was a good load and stuff, but he probably took about $2,000 off the top. You know, took $2,000 off the top, off you that 41, and he's still getting 20% off that. And said, okay, all right, go on ahead, roll with it. Go on ahead, roll with it and stuff like that, because you in the hole right now. Hector went in there and stuff. He forgot himself. He like, man, you know what? No, you don't tell me what to do. I'm the boss around here. So, okay, all right, then. Cause look, did he take the permit? Did he take that permit book in there and they took the lease agreement out that they took the lease agreement out of the book, or he just didn't have it? I wanted to wrap it up and say, man, he just wasn't organized. Cause wasn't they gonna let him ride out if he had the lease agreement? He had that lease agreement, they won't let him ride out, I think. Nothing with his name on it, anything like that. But, you know, like I said, you in a situation like that, and you say, okay, I'm trying to own the truck that way. Then that's what you do. You're trying to find a way to get that truck from under their name and stuff into yours. That's what happened to me at Dart. I got the Dart, and I got comfortable. Oh, well, shoot. You know what? I'm making money. I got a brand new truck, and they told me right from the beginning, they said, look, if you give us 10%, man, then the truck will be in your name. He didn't have it. Typical, cause see, when you in a lease, you ain't gonna have stuff like that. When you get comfortable, you ain't gonna have stuff like that, cause you don't figure it ain't, you know, it ain't necessary. But you know, when I went and got that truck through highway sale, they were telling me, look, if you give us 10% of what the truck is worth, and remember, the truck depreciates every day. The truck depreciates in value every day. Just give us 10% of what the truck is worth, and you can move the truck any way you want to if things don't work out. And we'll be financing the truck through you directly. No, that's okay. That's okay. Brand new truck. Brand new International 9400. You know, gave the truck back to him, went over there to national carriers and stuff, man, and tried to do the same thing. Oh, well, you know what? The lease ain't but 92 weeks. Then after 92 weeks, they're gonna sell me the truck at fair market value. At 41.5 at 16% interest. So if everything worked like it's supposed to and stuff, man, I own the truck in 4 years. Get the heck up out of here. Who another cat that they were talking about? Scooby-Doo. What's his name? Scooby. I like Scooby-Doo. I like Scooby-Doo and stuff, but man, bro, look. Scooby, if you watch this, man, bro, you got good credit. Why you messing around in a lease and you got good credit? You know how to drive the truck. You good with the people. You know what I'm saying? Just go out there and stuff, man. Go to the bank and see what they tell you. This getting into this lease stuff, man. It's getting bad. I'm seeing this trend coming back and stuff again. People getting in these leases and they thinking, okay, yeah, I'm getting in the lease to move towards ownership. You know, and I keep emphasizing, man, look, the lease is for people who got bad credit. You got bad credit, you ain't got no credit, or if you unsure if you're going to be in the industry. That's the only thing the lease is set up for. Those three conditions there. You trying to get some ownership or something, don't try to, you know, you like that truck that you in, okay, cool. Get your stuff straight. I figured the truck game early when I was 21, now I'm 25, my own thought. Yeah, I wish I would have figured it out that young. And stuff, man. Shoot, I went, let's see, would you ever do an overhaul on a DD15 or just trade it by? Would I do an overhaul on a DD15? That's kind of hard to say. I would say right now I would say trade it. Because I don't see too many people talking about doing DD15 rebuilds. I don't see too many people. I don't see, you know. Yeah, I don't see too many people, you know, doing DD15 rebuilds. So, I would trade it. I would trade it. If it's gotten to that condition where it's it's needing an overhaul and stuff, then if it's needing an overhaul and stuff, man, then what I would do is I would swap the motor out. I'll see if see if I can buy another DD15 motor with low miles on it and do it that way. But I wouldn't trust no rebuild, not right now, guys. Nobody's really talking about the science too heavy about a DD15 rebuild. Yeah, they ain't talking too heavy about a DD15, the X15. None of the post-emission truck engines, rebuilds and stuff. And I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna get around to it, but when the information becomes more let's see, are you planning on trading the we talking about this truck I'm driving? No. No, this thing here, this truck is to the death. To the death. Because you mean my truck? No, it's to the death, because everybody know by now and stuff, everything I did to it, and like I say, that's one of the drawbacks of doing surgery. When you do surgery, then what comes with it is the fact that you saying that, hey, look, I'm keeping it, cause I'm going past 1.5. I'm going past 1.5 and stuff. I said, it's to the death. But the only person that will buy a truck that the surgery and stuff been done on it is somebody that's like, okay, yeah, I see it, I don't mind it, and I'll go ahead and take it off your hands. Cause you can't go to no dealership with it. You can't go no dealership with it. Cause the second they hook up to that ECM and stuff, man, that's it. They already know right then. No. In fact, they probably make a phone call to the EPA. Do some old underhanded stuff. Go inside your ECM and stuff and cut stuff back on that was already cut off previously. That underhanded stuff there. That's why I say no, man. When you do that, okay, all right, we back. All right, sorry about that, y'all. Let's see, what was I saying? Damn, what were we talking about? Most people start doing the surgery these days, especially on the newer. Yeah, well, you good. I'm gonna tell you good to about the 18s and stuff. That's when but the 18s, you really, you good right now. If you got an 18, the 17s and stuff, that's when the formation kind of get a little funny. But everybody's always updating the software and stuff like that, so they ain't gonna miss out on no opportunity to say, man, all right, doctors are always upgrading and stuff like that. That's why I was saying about the DD15 is that the DD15, the X15, those motors there and stuff is that right now it's not abundance of people going in and asking for overhauls yet. So but when that happens though, then yeah, you'll start seeing people saying, okay, yeah, we do specials and all this stuff. Just like right now, you got ISX, same thing. The ISX was probably the hardest motor, contrary to most people believe. The ISX Cummins was the hardest motor to do an in-frame on and stuff, and that was because they were having trouble with the head gaskets. Everything else and stuff would be fine, but then when they put the head gasket in, they had a head gasket failure. So no, not the head gasket, the liners. Excuse me. They had a problem with the liners. And so they figured out a way. They figured out a way and stuff. You know, they found out what the problem was with the liners and why, you know, kind of the liner would make your head gasket wear out prematurely and stuff. So when they figured that all out, and yeah, when they figured that all out and stuff, you know, now the ISS Cummins is probably cheaper than the 60 series Detroit. You know, it's right there with it and stuff like that. So, you know, let's see what it say. I think Cascade 16 and above are getting better. Yeah, well, you know, I guess, you know, I guess, man. I mean, me personally, I would never buy another used. I would never buy another used post-emission truck ever. I would never buy another post-emission truck. If a used post-emission truck, I put it that way. If I get another post-emission, it's gonna be brand new. It's either brand new or I'm gonna just go back to a 07. Yeah, so you know, and that's the thing there and stuff. I mean, they just, you know, everybody know what the problem is and stuff with these post-emission trucks. Same thing with the Max Force, you know. The Max Force, everybody was talking junk about, oh man, the Max Force is the worst motor there is. And that ain't the case. Max Force had a bad engine. It wasn't a bad engine. All of it was tied in to that emission system. And that emissions is tied in to the ECM. And so you can't ignore it. Everybody's stuff was bad. Cummins was bad. Detroit was bad. But you know, they could stand the test of time and stuff because they had a reputation for a long period of time. But they did suffer in sales. And stuff. But you know, Max Force was a brand new entity that came out, and they said, well, you know what? Let's give it a try. And the motor was good. It's just the emissions was bad. And you know, the people who bought the trucks and stuff, you know, you can't go, you know, at the time, you can't go and talk about, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get a surgery on this whole fleet. And stuff like that. You know, you know, if it's one truck, one trailer operation, that's cool. But you know, you talking about, man, you got some folk driving a truck for you, and you went and got that surgery and stuff done. Absolutely not. Cause they ain't gonna know what to do and stuff, man. When things and stuff start, you know, even though you ain't gonna have no issues, it's just people will say the wrong stuff around the wrong people and alert folk about certain stuff. You know, like I done had, let's see how many inspections I had. 1, 2. Since I had my surgery and stuff, I done had 3 DOT inspections, and nobody ever asked a question about anything. You know, I had one in New Jersey, even though people say, oh man, New Jersey is the worst because you know what they catch you and stuff, man, you know what's gonna happen. And New Jersey caught me and nothing happened. And then I got caught 2 times in Maine. You know, but nobody ever said anything about the surgery. So I mean, you know, it's just, I mean, you know, I'm still playing it. You know, I'm still playing it safe. I ain't gonna sit there and get all arrogant and stuff and say, okay, yeah, let me go here to California. Let me take a load out there to the West Coast. Ain't none of that nonsense. So, man. Other than that, though, I'm gonna tell you a little side note too and stuff, man. Let me show y'all guys something right quick. I guess, it's like every time I do a live on Fridays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, like that, gone Rooster, why you always in the truck? Why you always in the truck and stuff? And so I'm over here at Golden Corral in Rocky Mount, where I'm from. And, you know, why I always stay out here on the road and stuff is because of this very nonsense right here and stuff. It's almost 8 o'clock. And if I'm anywhere else in the country, everybody bugging me and stuff like that. Hey man, when you coming in town? When you coming in town and stuff, and now I'm in town and everybody ducking and dodging. So everybody ducking and dodging and stuff like that, which I say that's cool. I mean, it is what it is. But people ever wonder why I always stay out there on the road? This why, guys. I wanted to do something a little bit different, step away from the truck today at least. I wanted to step away from the truck today at least and stuff, but it's like now all of a sudden everybody getting ghosts and stuff, and I say, that's cool, that's all right, guys. It is what it is, but I do get those questions a lot and stuff. Man, Rooster, why you always in the truck, guys? When I come home, I can't even get a ride to the house. And see, we ain't got Ubers and stuff over here. We ain't got no Ubers and stuff over here and everything. Even your own kids don't want to, you calling them and stuff like that. All I need to do is just get a ride to the house so I can go pick up my car and stuff, and nobody want to do it. And I've been over here now, about 4 hours? Let's see. Rooster, hey, what's the most expensive system that pushed you to get your cert? The one box. The one box. Cause you can get everything else changed on this stuff, and if you can get everything changed on it, it's just like, you get the parts and stuff like that. The labor, it ain't nothing to put it on and stuff. They're probably, all right, you go to the dealership, you owe them 2 hours off you owe them 2 hours off the back. So $150. So you got $300 for the diagnostic. So then they find out what it is and stuff, right? So you get the part. And so the part and stuff anywhere between $900 to $1,100. So you got 13 in it. You got 13 in it now. Then what the killer is that once they put the part in, depending on what the computer decides what it want to do, that's where it's gonna start adding up. When they put it in, your truck got to do you either got to do a 45-minute regen or a 4-hour regen. That's up to the computer. So you can imagine this stuff was probably gonna come up. So now you got the 4-hour regen and stuff. Remember, that's still $150 an hour, right? So you got 2 hours for the diagnostic, $1,000 for the part. You got 4-hour regen that you got to do. Then they got to test drive the truck. So you got 5 hours. So you got 5. Let's see. So you got 7 hours and stuff in labor at $150 an hour, plus the part. So what happens is that when you start changing all this stuff out, the DPF filter, the knock sensor, all those little components and stuff, when you start changing those things out and stuff, now if they start hitting you back to back every week, every week and stuff, like this thing go out, that thing go out, that thing go out, and it doesn't give you a chance to recoup your money, because once it's fixed, it ain't nothing to make your money back, but you just want your truck fixed. That's the thing. And it's something that you can't ignore and stuff, guys. When that MIL light come on, when that MIL light come on and stuff, and your truck start, if you ever have any kind of D rate, then you know then it's getting bad, cause you can't ignore it. You got 3 D rates and stuff. You got your 25% D rate, your 50% D rate, and then that last one, the engine stop D rate. And so that's the thing there and stuff, is that if that MIL light comes on and you ain't got no D rate, then you okay, you good. You keep on driving the truck, but you just never know. Cause sometimes it might give you the truck every 3 hours. If you drive the truck straight every 3 hours and stuff, it runs through a cycle. And if your stuff ain't bad enough, it'll clear out all the codes automatically. You know, every 3 hours and stuff, your MIL light will come on, and then the MIL light will go off, then your check engine light will go off. So then you good. But the thing is, it's still saved in the system. So if it comes back up again, let's just say you shut the truck off, right? And then it still picks up on that problem, it might decide to give you a 50% D rate. You know, it give you a 50% D rate. Now your truck can't go but 45 miles an hour, you know. And depending on where you at, see, that's bad. So then you got to find a shop, you got to hustle it in there and stuff, you know, unless you know how to unplug the transmission sensor, which is the only reason why your truck derates in the first place. If you unplug your transmission sensor, then your truck won't be derated no more, but you won't have no cruise control. You won't have no you won't know how fast you're going and stuff. You know, it just kills your gauges and stuff like that. So, but you can't drive the truck forever. But it gets expensive because the only place that will work on your truck is the dealership, and whatever they say and stuff, that's what it is. And the only thing that the dealership is doing, they just putting a flash drive on your ECM. They reset, they go inside your ECM and they reset it. And once they reset it, then it depends on if you get a certain amount of miles or you get a certain amount of hours. Whichever one comes up first, then the MIL, the check engine, the MIL light will pop back on again. You know, and then you got to go right back to the shop. But that's all they doing, because the reality is they don't know how to fix it either. And stuff. They could change all the parts out and stuff, and then, you know, then they'll say, okay, well, it's your one box. So if you get a new one box from Freightliner, that's going to solve. Nope. The one box ain't gonna solve the problem, because here's the other thing. Freightliner doesn't sell you nothing brand new. Everything in Freightliner is reman. Everything in there is reman, even the one boxes. So they'll take the one box, they'll fix it. They'll take the one box, they'll fix it, and they'll put it on the shelf. And that one box may have been sitting on the shelf for about 3-4 years. And then finally you get the truck, then finally you get it. So now you got a one box that been worked on 4 years ago, and now it's finally about to go into commission after 4 years of sitting, you know. Now it's under warranty and all that stuff there, but you're going back through the same thing again. You're going right back in the shop, even though it's, well, okay, yeah, you bought a one box from us, you got warranty. So you go back in there, and then they go and they check it, and they just gonna fix one specific thing, and that's it, instead of changing the whole thing out and stuff and being done with it. So you got that whole step that you got to go through right there. You know, they don't sell you nothing it's nothing brand new off the line, off the assembly line. They're not gonna put a 2000 21 box in your 17 or 16 or 15 Cascadia. They ain't gonna do it. They're gonna find a truck your year, and they gotta match it up that way. So however long this stuff has been sitting, that's the thing there. You buying it at a brand new price, you know, $10,000, $11,000. Because putting a one box in, it ain't nothing. They had a one box in 30 minutes. You know, all it is just taking a few bolts out and stuff and throwing some new bolts in. Then you got to buy, let's see, what if you get the remanufactured one box somewhere else? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. What's up? What's up, G-Star man? It doesn't matter whether, you know, they all reman. Whether you get it from the manufacturer or whoever's selling it, they all reman. There's no more brand new OEM stuff. The only OEM stuff that you get is when the truck get built. That's it. When it's coming out the manufacturer, that's the only OEM stuff you get. Anything that you buy from the parts place is an OEM spec. It's an OEM spec, which means that the people that originally made it sold the blueprints to these particular people here and stuff, and then they drawed up a design similar, or they made one more efficient than what originally came on the truck. But the problem is that you got so much of these parts that's sitting around that ain't doing nothing. Then you got the mishandling. You got the mishandling of people that, you know, that get the parts, and then you got the mechanics that really don't know what they're doing. They got to follow the diagram. It's not like, okay, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna fix it and that's that. When they hook it up to the computer, it has steps, and they have to go through each step and then see if that fixed the problem. Okay, I fixed this, and then they run it, and if everything green, then that's as far as it go right there. They ain't gonna go no further. So that might have fixed the problem temporarily, but then another issue might came up. So what they do, they put a flash drive on your ECM, and they just reset everything. They might have fixed that particular problem. They put a flash drive on your ECM, reset everything, and then you drive off and just hope for the best. You know, they hoping that you get 1,000, 2,000 miles cross country where you ain't got to bring the truck back. You know, then the check engine light come on. But you know, when you dealing with the truck, the only time that you buy something OEM is if your truck is in a show. If you're trying to keep it in a showroom condition, and you going like the trade shows and stuff like that, they're the only people that buy OEM stuff. Anybody else, anything else is OEM spec or aftermarket. But when it comes to the one box, they ain't got no aftermarket one boxes, not yet. If they do, that'll probably solve all your problems right there. But nobody wants to get behind that technology. You know what I'm saying? So everything is coming specifically from Cummins. It's coming from Cummins, Detroit, Volvo, Mack, PACCAR, which is Cummins. And that's it. And, you know, so, you know, so it's just the emission system is just you're taking the money and you're putting the money in pockets that got holes in it, and that's it. So you know, that's the thing there and stuff, man. Hey, listen, fellas, my phone about to go dead. I should have charged it up. So we going to go ahead and kill the feed right there and everything. So I'm going to go live tomorrow. I'll go live tomorrow and stuff, and we'll go ahead and we'll conclude with everything about today. So, you know, to summarize everything, don't be a Hector. You know, don't be a Hector. Shout out to Hector. I hope that everything and stuff work out for you, but don't be a Hector. So, till tomorrow, fellas, this man right here, the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster, telling you as always, continue to do your research, fact finding studies, harness on your skills every day. Till next time we talk, next time we meet, be safe, be easy, peace out.